You guys wanted it, now we've got it. Callaway's Big Bertha anti-slice driver and Mr. Fox. Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Mifitoe, wasn't it?
Just a little bit more.
It's a deeper head, it's a longer head. That was almost like a block slice because it started on line or a little bit right and then went further right, didn't it? So, hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, welcome back. Mr. Fox, how are we?
Great,
I've just dropped on the floor then. I'm alright, thank you mate, good to see you. So today we are at the Peter Cowan Golf Academy, so huge thanks to the guys for sorting us out with this wonderful studio. Foxy, talk to us about your golf and first of all about what's the Fox been saying?
About my golf. Improving, I think.
Yeah.
Swing is getting better. I've still got the tendency to hit the driver. Not, I won't say wildly right, but still right.
Not as far right as I hit it left?
No.
No, not that bad, not that bad. But so the drive we've got at the minute is the fitted, I mean we say fitted, it was a long time ago now, wasn't it?
It was a long time.
And predominantly your bad shot is right. So when I reviewed, I'll pick this back up now. When I reviewed this, I'll hand that, put that in your trusty hands. When I reviewed this, everyone was saying, I need to see Foxy hit that. We need to see if it improves his golf. We need to see if it straightens up his drives. Now, I'm not going to say for 1 minute that this is going to be the answer, because I don't believe that a driver is the answer. I don't believe that a driver can change a slice into a draw, into a straight shot, because a slice, as you know, and we've discussed it in lessons, it's a marriage between the club path and the club face. Now, the driver might be weighted differently. Do you want to get the head cover off so we can show people? Might be weighted, just against the wall there. Wonderful. Lovely, it's a lovely studio this. This is almost like artificial. I'm quite, yeah, there's a film there, isn't there? So this is the Callaway Big Bertha B21, am I right in saying? B21.
The bomber.
It's 10.5 degree, we've got it set at 9.5. We might have a play around with lofts as well. But I think this is one of the best ways of testing drivers. It's winter at the moment, it's very, very wet underfoot. We are playing golf later, so we might well do some filming out on the course with this if it kind of works and improves you.
Yeah.
But we're just going to do an old-fashioned range session, mate. We've got the shot tracer set up there, and by shot tracer I mean the iPhone. So we're going to show people just if it does hit it a little bit straight for you on average. We'll hit, do you reckon, 10 to a dozen shots with each driver and just see, because we're not overly bothered about distance. When you hit it and hit it well, it goes well. We don't need more distance, do we? Especially not for the targets and goals that we've set for this year. What we do need is to keep it in play more. So hopefully,
Fairways found up.
not even fairways, mate. We just need to keep them on the course.
So I'm not Georgia jungle, Dowdy trees.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. So do you want to start with your driver?
Yeah.
And we'll get some shot trace on there. We'll take a bit of a, I say average, we'll just see about where they finish. And also guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you do enjoy this video or any of the other videos. And if you want some jumpers, then go and get them. I'm not going to plug them overly much, but you've got one, haven't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Wear it all the time.
Wear it all the time.
Honest.
It's a great shot to start with. Straight down the middle, bit of a draw. And you see, this is where I find this interesting, because we're not trying to improve your good shots. We're trying to hold your good shots and improve your bad shots.
Yeah. That's not what people want to see, is it?
No, people want to see the, yeah. That's a good one. So what we're saying is just go and take lessons like you've been doing, and then it'll all come together.
They all come together, hopefully.
Obviously, for the sake of this video, we do want you to hit a couple of slices, and then we want to test that driver, and we want to see how the difference in the slice is. But that's not the answer. And if that's what comes out of this video, this isn't a dig at the Callaway driver. It's not a dig at any particular driver. It's a dig that you've been coming to the range every week with a set number of skills.
Yeah.
What film's that off? I have a set skill set.
Taken.
You've been coming to the range every week kind of practicing the right things, and I would rather see you do that than go, oh, by the way, that was 400 quid and now I don't slice it. Yeah. Ah, do you? Or don't you? Yeah. Nice, mate. That's leaking a little bit, isn't it, Batch?
Yeah, a little bit.
Holding its line a little bit.
Yeah, because Ever just slightly right, yeah.
Yeah. So how many is that? Is that 3?
That's 3.
Go 2 more, then we'll go Callaway, then we'll jump back into Mizuno, then we'll jump back into Callaway. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does hitting it right on the golf course affect you, do you think?
2 or 3 months ago, used to be every drive.
Yeah.
Every drive. Now, I'd say 3 out of 10 maybe in my round.
Yeah.
I won't find a fairway, and I might almost lose it as well.
Yeah.
Or find a different fairway.
It's the high right, isn't it? That.
Yeah, it's the one which goes see you.
Yeah. You couldn't write it, could you?
No. We should have filmed my little practice ones there, because we did have one.
We did have a warm-up, and there were a couple. But this is the thing, like, a lot of people would consider changing the driver just because they hit the odd shot right, or in a round they do hit 3 out of 10 right, like you say, and then hopefully the people who are watching this think, actually, do I just need to do what Foxy's doing, come to the range, come to PCGC, is that right?
Yeah.
PCGA, and yeah, put the hours in, put the graft in, and spend about 30, 40 quid on range balls as opposed to 400 quid on a driver.
I never will want to go right as much in my life.
Let's go Callaway, and let's see if, interestingly, if it does perform better for you. Were they all out the middle as well?
Not all of them, last one.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, look at the state of that face.
Not that bit there in particular.
That's seen better days, mate, hasn't it, that one?
See some drives.
It's got character.
Yes. I hope this one doesn't pick any character.
So how does this look to you down at, obviously different colour straight away? I quite like the colour scheme of it.
Do you know what? It looked nice in my bag, actually.
Would it?
Oh, blue, red. Blue and red.
You tart.
So is that?
Would the Fox fit on it, though?
That's the main thing, isn't it? Never mind that.
Oh, like a glove.
Yes.
Fox glove. There's a restaurant there. Right, come on.
Let's have a look.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying this video as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you. I don't think it's going to be as scientific as what we hoped, but...
It looks very, very deep in the head.
Yeah, so there's a lot of real estate behind the ball, isn't there?
And I'd also say it's not symmetrical. It seems like there's more towards the toe as well. So
Yeah.
that's like all helping go.
Yeah, bit more left, yeah. Are you going to say it or am I?
Very, very interesting.
Almost unbelievable. Where did that go?
Right.
Didn't go far right, but it did go right. The furthest one right so far.
It went, and that must have been 240, I remember.
Yeah, it was a big one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that swing with the Mizuno. But we'll carry on for now.
Carry on.
Hope you guys are enjoying Shot Tray, so that'll have taken me about 3 hours to edit, but you're all worth it. That's lovely.
Jesus.
That's one of the best drives I've seen you in a long time, mate, that one. That's back fence. That's hit the back fence, I've seen it.
That top tier back fence.
Yeah, yeah. So...
That's massive.
And again, you know what? I'm going to say this, and I don't think that's the driver. I honestly don't. I think you're worming your way into it. Not worming your way into it, sorry. I think you're edging your way into it. Worming's a bit of a sleazy word, isn't it? But also, I think the confidence maybe the shape gives you could be helping. I don't think it's necessarily the technology in there. Maybe a slightly heavier shaft as well might be helping potentially.
So I do like the acoustics of it.
Acoustics?
Ooh.
That's out there. Yeah,
Two
that's...
sensors.
That's very nice, isn't it?
I think almost because I can see that centre point of the, the driver face.
Yeah.
It's helping with.
I cannot see.
I cannot see. I cannot swing.
Oh, this is just turning into a farce.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Stay tuned for more. Oh.
Now that had no right.
All right.
Be there.
What, did you think that would have been worse? It was right, wasn't it?
It was right, but it should have been over there. I felt like the club.
Should it have been in the car park?
Pretty much, yeah. I felt the club face really open.
Okay, so what we're saying is it is helping the bad shots. Let's throw you straight back into there now. You seem to be getting your normal swing back in a little bit more, and let's see if we can. Because I mean, realistically, what we want, and looking at the ball flights people are seeing on the video, hopefully you are seeing a little bit of something where we just want to see that go over there, don't we? And we want to see that swing in relation to the slice swing with the Callaway. But you know what? It does put the cat amongst the pigeons because you can slice that and it can go right. So if you would have spent 400 and I don't even know how much they are, but if you spent that money on them, how would you be feeling having hit that one you just hit? Because it's not the answer, is it?
I don't think it's the answer, but I think on that, if I put that swing I just did on this, I think it would have been there. But it's still gone slightly right.
Yeah.
I think I have a chance of finding it.
Okay. Nice swing. Swinging a lot better, mate. I think people in the comments will be enjoying the swings. Was that pretty straight, that?
That was bullet straight.
Bullet.
Bullet. See ya.
That's the one. That's the one. Now that's gone a long way right, hasn't it? Yeah. That's your Justin Thomas. So how would you relate that swing to the swing that you put on the Callaway? And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do now, for the sake of argument, I'll put the worst swing with the Callaway on screen now with Shot Tracer, and now we'll look at the worst swing with the Mizuno on Shot Tracer, and we'll see exactly where they've gone. How much difference you like, because you're the only one who can feel these shots. How much difference was there?
They felt very similar. I looked at where it hit on the club face straight away, and it was just a little bit high right, that one, with the Callaway that went.
Yeah.
This one,
tiny bit Timothy Toey, wasn't it?
just a little bit, but
You're calling that central, aren't you?
I'm taking that central all day, so
Yeah.
it all felt good. It just must be club face, just slightly open.
Yeah, because they're not starting left, are they?
No, they're going up, and then they're just, with spin obviously that's going on,
So realistically, you're not even slicing them, you're just blocking them. They're just going out to the right, and that's where an anti-slice driver, is it just an anti-right driver? Is it helping you maybe just, because it's a little bit towed in as well, isn't it, this? Yeah. Like, if you look at the offset on it, one of the reasons why on my video I just really didn't like it was the amount of offset that it has on it, and it kind of sits a little bit closed. If we compare them now, it's a totally different style head. It's a deeper head, it's a longer head.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing really similar about those clubs at all, is there? So it depends entirely what you like the look of and what feels more at home.
Feels more at home. Step back into the Callaway shoes.
Would you have been comfortable spending the money on this? Or do you feel like you're just hoping for an answer that maybe isn't quite an answer to a question that you don't really know the question?
No, I'm really confused.
I do want to get you with that. So what, if that's the answer, what's the question?
Is it worth £400 my money?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I would agree with that as well. Is coming up here to the driving range once a week, spending... We have a drink afterwards, don't we? So we try and make it a social aspect as well as a fun, as well as getting better at golf aspect. So spend 15 quid a week for 10 weeks, 150 quid. Yeah. You've hit range balls, we've had a drink, we've had a socialise, and all of a sudden you're better with your driver. Yeah. I'm not saying you're not going to use that, because some of the shots you've hit with that have gone well. That might not be because it's an anti-slice driver, it might be the shaft, it might be the head suits you a bit more. We're lucky that we get to test these and we don't spend that amount of money on them, and I'm well aware of that.
So, well, yeah, when you come to obviously stay in it, you have to buy say that driver, what are we saying, 250 to 300?
Yeah, when it's an old one, it's not an old one, it's been superseded now, so you would get it at probably about 250, 300.
It just depends how much less right it goes and how much more distance you get, to whether you would say spend 400.
Like, is an extra 10 yards guaranteed every time worth
150, so to speak? It's not worth 400, it's worth...
No, it's worth on top of what that would cost, isn't it? Yeah. Right, mate, let's have some more. Low left, not bad. Yeah. It's not, we don't mind that as a miss for you almost, do we? After seeing the shots that have been...
No. Very, very heely.
Heely, where is it? Oh yeah, low heely, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Starting to scatter the strikes a bit more across the face.
Yeah.
Nice. I definitely think there's something in it. Like, you know, when you hit it well, I think it's good, I think it's high, I think it's a nice ball flight, and it does sound better than Mizuno.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily stopping the slice, because we've seen it can go right with that, and it is going right with that when you put the slice swing on it, or the block swing on it, should we say. Let's hit a few more with the Mizuno now to finish on, and I mean, we have shown them the far right one, haven't we? The one that really does cost you, and I think that's the one that you're hoping to get away from. But I honestly think that you're becoming a better golfer quicker than what maybe you anticipated. So, and this is something you all have to think about. If you are going to spend that amount of money on a club, do you anticipate on getting better? Are you having lessons? Are you working on your game? Because you can go and spend 400, I keep saying 400, I don't even know how much that is. You can go and spend a lot of money on that, and it might work for a week, it might work for a month, it might work for 6 months. All of a sudden your lessons kick in, you become a better golfer. If you've got to get rid of that and then go and buy something else, are you better off just working on it?
Working on it.
Potentially.
Potentially. I will say this. I do like it.
I know you like it, I can tell you like it, yeah. Yeah.
I like the flight I'm getting out of it. I like the fact that I've missed 2. The first one, high right, I thought should have been over there, but it wasn't. It was still...
I think the confidence it can instill on you, and I've said we're in a fortunate position where you can try this, we can take on the course, we can do loads of filming with it, which is great. The confidence it instills in you is probably worth more because of that than if we had to buy it.
Yeah.
So I think people watching at home might get a false pretense of that, but...
People can go and try them out.
You can try them. I mean, you can't go and try them like we try them. You can't take them out and out and out and out. And right, come on. This is last shot with the Callaway. Then we're going to go Mizuno. That's the one where that looked like it was going to go right, you know.
Yeah.
And it's gone like a narrow, hasn't it? So, guys, hit those comments below if you'd like to see us test this on the course with Foxy and see actually if it does make a difference to the score, because ultimately that's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, breaking that 100.
It's on the score. Right, man, let's have a couple more with Mizuno, then we'll call it, I think. All right. There she is. There she is.
I just don't feel like that's coming with that.
No. You've not hit, you've certainly not hit one that bad with the Callaway, have you? And that was almost like a block slice, because it started on line or a little bit right and then went further right, didn't it? So I think actually, although we felt like this was a bit of an unscientific waste of everyone's time, hopefully...
I don't think it is. I think it's
no, and this is, yeah, I think with... well, I don't think it's pure science. Like, I think it's a bold statement. That's almost like Alex Etchers saying, I am science. That's that one. He can't spell science, never mind claim he is science, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's definitely shown a difference. What that difference is up to people's interpretation, and I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, come on, let's have one more. I know you're going to want to finish on the Callaway as well, so we'll probably hit one more after that.
Again.
I like to put it out there, you can't hit this shot on demand, can you? You're not that good.
No. No, I'm really not.
That was right, that one. And that's the one that I think we all needed to see, because that was as bad. And that was with the Callaway. So, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed that. I hope you found it a little bit helpful. I think you're getting better than what you think, and I think that's why this video has probably been a little bit hit and miss for people. But I think we're going to bring it to them anyway, because we have seen a difference in those. Not a huge difference, not a difference for the monetary value that maybe we would have to see for that.
Not as it far as being an anti-right driver.
No, and because we've seen it go, yeah, over there. But I do think it fills you with more confidence, and I think if you did have the money for it and it wasn't an issue, then yeah, you have hit that better, no doubt, on average, as we've seen by the shot tracer there, slash the phone. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, leave us a like if you enjoyed it. Comment below what do you think to the Callaway Callaway Big Bertha B21. If you want a hoodie, they're below the screen now if you're watching. So if you want one, great. If you don't want one, great. They're there for you. Cheers, mate. boy.
See you in a bit, boy.